Previously on Cinema Therapy.
I'm having more thoughts in the last 20 minutes than were put into the screenplay. If I really had to boil down why Twilight pisses me off, Edward and Jacob do not honor Bella.
Your safety is everything to me.
Her free will should be everything to you, creeper.
Yeah, fall in love with some idiot and then get your heart broken. But then don't marry him and change into a completely different, immortal being because of it.
What are you doing here?
And why are you wearing shirts?
Remember?
Was my right hook too subtle for you?
I'd blame it on the whole inner animal thing, but it was really just me being an ass.
Taking ownership again.
I'm really sorry. But I brought you something. Graduation present. I made it myself.
Wow. You made this? It's really pretty. Thanks.
That entire scene, I was just listening.
You're just listening to the song?
The Muse song in the background.
It's a good song.
Yeah, so Jake, once again, he comes so close. And that's a thing with abusive people, is I don't doubt that he's sincere.
Sure.
You know, we tend to oversimplify and say that people who are abusive are...
They're either all one thing or they're all...
By default, they're manipulative.
Yeah.
But in therapy, every abusive person I've ever worked with, except for maybe one or two, are genuinely sorry.
Sure.
Like, they cool off, they calm down, and they feel like an ass. They do a lot of this one step into apology, hard left into blame type stuff. But once again, it's not about whether this person has moments of goodness or even whether they are generally a decent person.
Right.
What are they at their worst? Because if at their worst it's sexual assault and physically harming you,
Pull the eject lever.
controlling you, taking away, your right to choose, and treating you like property, it really doesn't matter how sweet they are in the flower field.
Right.
It really doesn't matter that they hand-carved a tiny little wolf for you. The reason people stay in abusive relationships, controlling relationships, is simply because there are good times.
Right.
Is simply because there are interactions and moments and periods where you have hope that it will get better or that you think make the bad stuff worth it.
Right.
And what I tell people is that you can find somebody who brings all of that good stuff without assaulting, controlling, manipulating, disrespecting, dishonoring you.
Right. Thank you to today's sponsor, BetterHelp.
It's really important to us that you have a resource for therapy because what we do on the show isn't therapy. It's not something we can do here for you.
We often say on the show, if you need therapy, get therapy. And this is where you can get therapy, at BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Because we looked long and hard at, there are a lot of options.
Yeah.
We chose BetterHelp
Who
specifically.
we trust for this,
Yeah.
that we would refer people to, and here's why. So BetterHelp's going to assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And you can start communicating like straight up within 48 hours. It's awesome.
Yeah, really quickly.
You can log into your account anytime, send a message to your counselor. Now, this is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling with people who are qualified.
Yeah, and it's done securely online.
There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 15,000. They have 15,000 counselors plus.
That's more than you.
That is more than me. They've got a broad range of expertise, which may not be available in your area locally, and it's available for clients worldwide.
They make it easy and free to change therapists if you're not satisfied with the one you match with originally.
Yeah.
You will also get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in one of those like uncomfortable waiting rooms, feeling judged by everyone, waiting to go into therapy. Like,
Yeah.
what are your issues and what do you think my issues are, and are we all crazy and what is going on here and why am I and you just spiral into anxiety. It's a great way to start your therapy session. You don't have to do that now.
It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available for those who need it.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today.
So visit betterhelp.com/cinematherapy. That's HELP, BetterHelp. And join over 1 million people who are getting professional, qualified help to address their mental health concerns and needs today.
We also have a special offer for all of you Cinema Therapy viewers. You get 10% off.
10%! Click, booyah.
Bigger than I would have gone. 10% off your first month. Click the link in our description today and start getting the help that you need.
A healthy relationship is going to have conflict. And people are going to act like asses sometimes. I don't know a single person who hasn't. But there's a difference between acting like an ass and being abusive. There's a difference between forcefully expressing an opinion and saying, I do feel strongly about this. I even think you're making a mistake, but you know what? You get to choose. I don't get to choose for you. And neither does this for her. These relationships are unhealthy. They are abusive. They are wrong. And they are romanticized. The reason we go off so hard on Twilight, one, is because other movies with similar relationships are too gross.
You're never gonna trust me.
Trust you? Where has that ever gotten me?
Are too gross for us to cover on our quasi family friendly YouTube channel.
We're looking at you, 50 Shades of Crap.
It's just beyond this door.
What is?
My playroom.
Like your Xbox and stuff?
And I'm not saying sexuality is gross. I'm saying abusive sexuality is gross.
I'm not just gonna hide while you're out taking all the risks for me.
Oh my gosh, there's so much of this left.
If it's Victoria involved, I need to keep you as far away from the fight as possible.
He delivered that line with energy.
Almost.
We won't need your help. With the wolves in this, it's an easy win. The rest of us aren't gonna have enough to do.
He's talking like Marlon Brando.
Okay, either it's so
in The
dangerous
Godfather.
that I have to hide, or it's so easy that you're gonna be sidelined. Which is it?
It's dangerous for you.
It's dangerous for you. It's easy for us.
I'll be worried. You'll be worried. And we'll both be more vulnerable.
Okay, you're right.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
I'm coming with you.
No, we both stay away together.
We just broke through a giant barrier.
I can't make you choose between me and your family.
The only way I can protect you is to be with you.
Way to accept influence there.
Hey, making progress.
Yeah.
So I won't have a choice anyways.
Little Tarzan Jane moment.
Since I let Sam be alpha male, I gotta live with the shots he calls.
Since you let Sam be alpha?
Oh, what a power move.
I didn't want to be in a pack,
Tell somebody
let
later.
alone be its leader.
Also, great
Wow.
filmmaking. Tell us a story, don't show us.
Chief Jacob.
Opted out. But every choice has its consequences. Some more than others.
Like signing
Good
up for
start.
these films.
Everybody makes choices. You're gonna have to accept mine.
But you can love more than one person at a time.
It's called polyamory.
Seen
Sorry.
Sam, Emily, and Leah.
We were both going to make the same polyamory joke.
I'm not a wolf. I can't imprint.
It has nothing to do with imprinting. It has to do with feeling something for somebody. And I know you feel something for me.
Oh boy.
I can sense how I make you feel.
Whoa.
Physically.
What do you...
Sploosh.
I'm nervous.
Okay, nervous is not the same
Jake.
thing, guy.
I would be nervous around you
Don't
too.
worry.
That's how I feel around.
I promised I wouldn't kiss you again until you asked.
You know, assaulters.
You're gonna be keeping that promise for a while, Chief.
But she's implying, but sometime.
So you're telling me there's a chance? I mean, you definitely don't want to have to get married because you weren't careful.
What?
But you know what I'm talking about. There's things that you need to think about if you're going to be physically intimate.
Okay. Don't have the talk.
Well,
with
it's
me,
just
please.
as embarrassing for me as it is for you.
I doubt that. And don't bother, because Mom beat you to it like 10 years ago.
Well, you didn't have a boyfriend 10 years ago.
I'm sure things work the same way.
It's all changed.
All right.
Totally different now.
You guys are taking precautions and...
Okay, Dad, please just don't worry about that. Edward is old school.
Old school. Great. What's that, like code for something?
Oh my God, Dad, I'm a virgin.
Okay, good. Glad we covered it.
Why is he having that response? I
Right?
find out my teenage daughter is a virgin, and I'm going to be like, rock on, stay that way.
Liking Edward a little bit more now.
That was almost entertaining. That was a good joke at the end.
Yeah.
Delivered well.
Good joke. The awkwardness was actually like
It had a point to it.
and intentional and kind of funny as
Yeah.
opposed to, isn't this awkwardness hot? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
there's no such thing as hotquard.
I can attest to that because it's what I tried all through college.
It did not work.
Here's the thing though. Don't wait till your kids are teenagers to talk with them about sex.
No.
They're going to
no,
find
no.
out about it in elementary school from their friends, and just being in our society, they're going to pick some stuff up. You want to be ahead of that one, not behind it. And secondly, you want to be direct and not awkward. Because when you're awkward, you teach them that it's awkward.
Right.
So strip it of the shame, strip it of the weirdness. You might think, how do I do that? I don't really have any advice. You just do. You just decide.
You just don't make it weird. You just talk to your kids about sex, and you call it sex. And you talk about the parts, and you use the names for the parts.
And you keep it age appropriate. I mean,
Sure.
I like that he says, well, you didn't have a boyfriend 10 years ago, which is fair. Like, I remember I had probably 5 talks with my dad from kid to, adulthood. And they got, more detailed or shifted depending on where I was at in life.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciated is that I learned that because it wasn't awkward for him, I literally could talk to him about anything.
Right.
And I could ask him any question on the subject, and I would get a direct answer.
I think an air mattress would have sufficed.
I love how Alice is like, we're all going to be gone, Bella. Just you and Edward in
Just
the house.
you and Edward. We got you a
That's
bed.
perfect. I want to ask you something.
Time to boink.
How old are
Your
you?
marriage is the condition for you
I don't know.
to change from yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to negotiate my own condition.
Go for it, Bella.
Anything you want.
No,
It's
don't.
yours.
You're such a liar.
That's not how negotiations work.
You promise?
Yeah.
You don't give her a blank check. That's not a negotiation. That's just stupid.
And you just promised that you would do anything she said. Never say that.
And then she also didn't say anything. So what?
Oh, I think she's sending the message pretty clearly.
No.
You said that you wanted me to have every human experience.
Not ones that will risk killing you.
You won't.
I have a lot of
And
evidence for
everyone says
this.
that once I'm changed, all I'm gonna want is to slaughter the whole town.
That part doesn't last forever.
I
You
want
literally just said you give her anything she wanted. Now, I'm not
still
saying
me.
you should sleep with her. I'm saying
still
don't make
me.
stupid promises.
this
Yep.
way.
It's too dangerous.
Try. Just try. I'll go to some ridiculously expensive college and let you buy me a car.
Isn't he supposed to be, like, popsicle cold?
Yep.
So I'm not going to get very graphic, but, like, if I'm in bed with my wife in the winter and she puts her feet on my calves
And they're ice cold.
and they're ice cold, like,
Big turn on, right?
it is ugh.
Oh. I'm
No.
doing that wrong, I guess.
And she's deciding I would like to have a full body experience
Full body.
with a popsicle.
Yeah, so there's that. But there's also the sexual politics of, hey, I'll do anything you want if you just have sex with me.
What she's literally saying is, I will marry you if you will sleep with me. I mean, this is the reverse
Yeah.
of what a lot of creepy guys have done throughout history,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So, super great messaging.
After asking your father's permission, I would have got down on one knee. And I would have presented you with a ring.
I would have presented you with this to both claim you as my own and purchase you.
This was my mother's.
I gave my wife a wedding ring. It was my grandmother's.
Isabella Swan, I promise to love you every moment forever.
That's nice.
And would you do me the extraordinary honor of marrying me?
And you lost me. Both the words and the tone and the face.
His eyes are diarrhea color,
Yes.
which is apropos.
Ah, yay.
That's the worst proposal I've ever seen.
It is really bad. I fell down a hill after I proposed to my wife, and it wasn't as bad as that.
Did you really?
Did you not know this?
No. Like
I-
in Hot Rod?
Very nearly. I almost went full hot rod down the hill. So I got down on one knee, proposed to my wife. She said yes. I was so happy and swept up in the moment that I grabbed her, picked her up, spun her around. I'm a big guy. She's
Not very big.
pretty petite. So, cute moment. Yay. Standing at the top of a hill. I put my foot down off the path, gently set her down, fell down the hill.
Well, good for you having the presence of mind.
I'm not going to take my new fiance down a hill into bushes with me.
What have I done? Ow! Oh!
She immediately laughed and was like, this tracks.
Yeah, that's about right.
You're not wearing your ring.
Well, I didn't want to risk losing it.
Oh, now Bella's lying. How does it
I'll
feel?
risk Jacob saying it.
But he knows. He's like, oh, you're learning, Bella.
I
We're a
can't
bunch of
read your-
liars.
I can't read your mind, but I can read your
Yeah,
mind.
at least till after the fight.
If you're having second thoughts,
I'm not. I just want him to have a clear head.
Whose head is unclear?
Mine now. Ooh la
Nobody's,
la.
I hope.
Gosh.
Alice says there's a storm coming.
Yeah, I can feel it. We should get
And
going.
these old knees.
I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Hat.
Why are you kissing her hat?
Hat.
Something up?
Bunch of vampires trying to kill me.
Same old, same old.
Here's our Pirates of the Caribbean moment.
Them coming up out of the water.
Even the music sounds piratey.
Honestly, the army of vampires is like kind of a fun idea.
Yeah.
Again, if the movie would just stop focusing on these three, like, wet rags.
Okay.
What can I do?
You could have packed a jacket,
Or, you know, those little chemical foot warmers.
right?
Those are great.
Like, at 12 as a Boy Scout, I was more prepared than you at 109. You're on top of a mountain and you know you're going to be there. Bring some stuff to keep her warm. Oh,
Seriously.
you did.
And here comes the biggest squee line in friggin' movie history.
She may need her toes someday.
Buckle up.
And let's face it, I am hotter than you.
Honestly, that is a pretty funny line.
Get your hand off me.
Is it? Agree to disagree.
Listen, the delivery wasn't good,
Okay.
but, you know, the situational irony of it's okay. I give you permission to touch my property.
Well, so in fairness, for once, Edward's choosing Bella's actual well-being over what he
Wow,
wants.
you're freezing, Bella. Relax.
But he's done that the whole time, just without her consent or even her consultation on it.
Yeah, what he thinks is best for her.
Jake,
Survival 101.
Oh, he says it's better if it's skin to skin.
Yep.
Easy, Jake. You don't gotta be sleazy.
Line.
They do sell that would be nice, though. I bet it would be nice. I bet he is warm.
He looks cuddly.
Oh, this conversation.
Can you at least attempt to control your thoughts?
So picking through my brain's okay. But letting me into yours, forget it.
Yeah, dude,
Yep.
we hate each other.
Fair is
Why
fair.
would I tell you all my thoughts and feelings?
I know she's in love with you,
Oh, good.
but she's in love with me too.
I have
She
proof.
just won't admit it to herself.
She punched me in the face, and I'm gross. Can we throw things at the screen?
I can't tell you.
That was pretty weak.
She must do something.
I didn't want to hit anything.
I know, there's microphones
She
and cameras.
chooses me.
She won't.
If she chooses
If
me,
she did.
she won't.
Would you try to kill me?
That's an intriguing idea.
Honestly, this scene,
But no,
not particularly well written.
I couldn't hurt
Probably
her.
the best acting from either of those actors in the
Just
whole
turn her
series.
into a
Yeah.
blood-sucking demon.
It's true. Especially Patterson right there.
Yeah, that was a
never wanted
bit of fun from Pattinson.
So stop her.
I tried. I left.
But you gave up too quickly. If you'd stayed away another 6 months, I could have made her happy.
Ah,
Trust me.
Wowie, wow, 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 wow.
You have to consider that I might be better for her than you are.
I'm really sorry about last night. It couldn't have been easy on you.
Definitely won't make my list of top 10 favorite evenings.
I have a list.
Good one.
What time I spent with you.
Every night I stared at you in
Number
your
one is when
bedroom.
you said you'd marry me.
What?
Mrs. Cullen.
Oh, something about marrying.
Something about marrying me, Mrs. Cullen, blah, blah, blah.
This is the 21st century. I at least want to hyphenate my name.
Good for you,
You're
Bella.
marrying him?
Dude, Edward Swan is a way better name. Take her name.
Edward Swan is pretty.
It's pretty baller.
You knew he was
like,
listening.
Gold medal figure skater.
He deserves to know.
I'm never gonna force her to do anything
Jake,
again.
stop.
Except this thing immediately that I'm going to force her to do.
I'm gonna trick her into talking about her marriage
Jake,
to chase Jake away. He deserves to know. Nice little callback to
Jake,
earlier.
please.
I'm done.
Good.
I'm so done.
So are we.
What can I do?
Literally
Can't do
nothing.
anything. I can. By going out there and killing something.
No, you're not thinking clearly. Don't do that.
Yeah, so this is
I'll get
obviously green
myself
screen.
killed and make it simple for you.
Yeah.
No, just.
They did a
Jake,
good job in some of the shots,
stay.
but some of them...
Why?
So she doesn't want him to go fight and die.
Give me one good reason.
Because I don't want to lose you.
You're gonna lose him in a month. We've already been over this.
What are we talking about here, kid?
Because you're too important.
It's still not good enough.
And now I'm going to be emotionally manipulative.
Oh.
Just manipulating you.
Kiss me.
She doesn't even want to kiss him. You see her face?
Yeah. Doesn't want to at all.
I'm asking you to kiss me.
Don't want you to die.
I want
Jake,
you
of course, is gonna
not
pounce on it.
Commit suicide. I mean, this is gross. He's basically threatening suicide. Like, if you don't love me, I'm gonna go in this fight where I'm gonna die. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's emotionally manipulative. It's abusive. It's ugh. Blech.
Still, they're going for it, so, you know.
Yeah, get after it.
Get after it.
Oh, I guess that wasn't too bad. Maybe no, no. Still rapey.
Not because she asked him to kiss her and she kissed him back. So.
That should have been our first kiss.
Yep.
Yeah, should have. That's your fault, dude. That's on you.
I gotta go.
But the only reason she kissed you is so you'd stay.
Back.
Hey, Jake.
So he did get mauled and banged up in that fight.
He got squeezed.
Oh yeah, and crunched and turned to powder on one side of his body.
Because while this movie does improve in having at least a plot instead of no plot, the fight scenes have not improved. They are still very stupid.
I was worried about you.
Well, they're stupid in concept and what's going on, but we thought they were pretty cool. Like some of the action was all right.
I guess
Yeah, there was some stuff that was okay. There was a lot of running directly at each other and kind of like bonking.
Was he hard on you?
He wasn't even mad at me. Or you.
Well, damn. He's better than I thought.
Is that just
playing a game.
Vaseline on his face?
No, it's fake sweat. It's glycerin.
Bella,
It's a lot of it though.
he's not as perfect as you think.
I know because I had one conversation with him one
He
time.
is.
I know what he is because I'm a 17-year-old girl. 18. She's 18.
Talk about that.
I'd rather get all the re-breaking done at once.
Actually, a decent line.
Actually, a decent line.
Yeah.
Well, at least I know I did everything I could.
Yep. So let her go.
Emotionally manipulated you.
It wasn't easy making you admit your feelings for me.
Sexually assaulted you that one time. Emotionally manipulated you again.
I only
Tried to
fought them
control
because
you.
I knew they wouldn't change anything.
I'm exactly right for you, Bella.
Stop.
Just, dude.
Take the hint.
It would be
And by hint, I mean direct
as easy
rejection.
as breathing with me.
Says 17-year-old boy. I know everything about everything. I understand relationships and how they work and stuff.
You know how much I wish it was enough.
7. 7 is how much? Are you pulling the cup holders out? What is happening to you?
I can't listen to this anymore. This is terrible. I cannot.
So you're destroying the furniture?
No one needs to know. Good as new. Oh.
But I'll always be waiting.
Always?
Always. At 17, I have decided that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my natural freaking wolf life.
Maybe even then.
Well, 1 year for him is 7, right?
Good point. He's not going to live that long.
Oh, gosh.
Rush.
Why aren't you sparkling in this sunlit glade?
Chosen my life.
Valid.
I'm gonna start living it.
Yeah, the sparkles only happen when the movie wants them to happen, not when they actually would happen. Which is kind of how movies work, but also very stupid.
Guest list. I mean, who knows who she's gonna invite?
Doesn't matter.
It's a good color on you, Kristen. It's better than the flannel.
Beige?
Tell me what you're
Her
doing.
character development is she's graduated from flannel. That's what happened to Bella this movie.
Hey! She got the
You're trying to make
tiniest hint of
everyone
free
else
will,
happy.
and she graduated to beige.
But you're already giving away too much.
Shut up,
You're
Edward.
wrong.
Stop telling her what to do, you d***.
Okay, so
This
here's
wasn't
this
a
moment.
choice between you and Jacob. It was between who I should be and who I am.
What?
Since when was that what this was about?
I've always felt out of step. Like literally stumbling through my life.
That's true.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
I've never felt normal
Also true. Also, what is normal?
because I'm not normal. I've had to face death and loss and pain.
Yes, you have been traumatized, and I feel
I've
for
never
you.
felt stronger. Like more real,
Rally
more
the
myself.
music for the inspirational speech.
Because it's my world too.
Yeah, not a great score, though, honestly. It's
It's where I
middling.
belong.
So it's not just about me.
Since when?
No.
Since the script told me this literally
Sorry.
12 seconds ago.
It has always been
I'm
about
a
Edward
mess
and
trying to
Jacob.
Figure all this out, but I want to do it right, and I want to tie myself to you
Oh, wow,
in
Mr.
every way
Scott.
humanly possible.
Like with
Whoa.
ropes.
Starting with a
And
winner.
And 50
Necktie.
Shades was born. From that exact line.
Something a little more difficult first.
She was watching this and had the idea to write that fanfic that became Target's #1 bestseller.
We have to tell Charlie.
Wah wah.
It's highly dangerous.
It's a good thing you're bulletproof.
I like the way this scene is shot.
I'm gonna need that ring.
Warm, happy. I think Robert Pattinson looks better when he's smiling than when he's furrowing. Put
Or
it
just
back on.
constipated.
Or just constipated. But the script did nothing to earn that inspirational moment.
Nope.
She literally reversed what the entire series has been about so far. And some of you watching may be like, "No, there's layers." Not cinematically.
If it's in the book, it didn't happen. This is cinema therapy, not literature therapy.
It has to translate. I haven't read the pamphlets, but I do know that subtext was never there.
Nope.
And I know it's setting up for Bella becoming empowered, which frankly I do like the very last film. I like Bella in the 5th film. It's too little too late. It's trying to pull a plane out of a nosedive at the last second. It still crashes. It just doesn't crash as hard. It kind of
splatters itself on the terrain instead of just making a crater.
Guys, stop it. Stop it. Stop loving Twilight, or stop loving Twilight for the wrong reasons.
The personalities, the behaviors, none of that is good. You don't want that.
Oh.
You don't want it.
I just realized something. We're treating our fans the way Edward treats Bella. We're telling them what to do.
Damn it.
I don't want to not take accountability for that because that's on us.
Yep.
But I do. Twilight does bring out the worst in us. It's
It
not
really
an
does.
excuse. If you want to love Twilight, that's great. My professional opinion and advice is that you don't model your relationships after these ones or idealize these relationships. But I respect if you choose to do so, because that's your choice. It's a choice I disagree with. It's a choice I'd advise you against. But you make your own decisions.
Way to be the anti-Edward.
Yeah, save that at the last second.
Well, if you want to tell us why we're wrong and dumb, you can go on our socials at therapy_cinema on Twitter and Instagram.
Because every time there's a Twilight episode, you are wrong and dumb.
We get a fair amount of that.
It's okay.
r/cinematherapy on Reddit, and you can talk about how we're smart and right.
There's more pain and punishment and laughter in the extended director's cut of this episode on our membership site, as well as relationship courses to teach you what good relationships look like and a whole lot more.
Not like this.
Not like this. So until next time, can you at least try to control your thoughts?
I am hotter than you.
And
watch movies.
Oh gosh, I feel so dirty.